like the only people who see, I know a lot of people from Newcastle because I was around the scene of we used to go to Newcastle and Sunderland,
Uh-huh.
and I heard all the stories around that time, as I've told you before, John. And why would somebody be partying when somebody died and then
Exactly.
accuse others? Do you know what I mean? There was only one person partying.
Listen,
And
I see it was the same. See the news coming that night that Viv had been murdered. Paddy was the
yeah,
first to jump up and celebrate.
yes, that's what I'm saying. It was only
Yeah.
him that was partying. Why? And then why would he pretend
And I'll
that?
tell you another thing as well, right? When John Henry Sayers and that was, bearing in mind, right, they were set up there a super grass, okay? So
Hmm.
when John Henry Sayers was going to be getting lifed off, Paddy's like, enjoy your lifers, ha ha ha. Paddy ordered beer, and this is not what the lie, guys, right? He ordered all the beer in, blah, 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 and fireworks and everything, right? And then he
Yeah,
heard that the case had collapsed, right? He heard the case, he actually kicked the fucking beer and everything all over the place, and that's not what the lie. He kicked everything up in the air because they never get lifted off because they'd used a supergrass again, yeah,
yeah,
a heroin addict supergrass, and they
yeah.
said the information that came into a phone box that they went and they changed the goalpost, try to get. There was never any information came into a phone box, and these guys were going to get fucking lifted off.
And he's celebrating exactly the same MO as what he was like when Paul Cookie got recalled.
Yeah, everybody needs to ask Paddy this, right? Paddy's there saying, like, this Stephen Sayers, he called Stephen Sayers a grass for years. Yeah. Stephen Sayers went and done no one but 2 lie detector tests and
I know,
passed.
I
Right.
know.
And this is a question to Anna Conley. I've seen you in the comments saying, aye, how could you pass a test when you were asked a question, have you ever lied to your parents? That's a question that's asked. So you tell a lie so they can, it's 3 questions
Yeah,
simultaneously. And that's to deter if you're telling a lie or telling the truth. So when
yeah,
somebody's, have you ever lied to your parents? Of course, every
of
single
course.
person in the
Yeah,
world were told a wee lie to their parents.
yeah, of
So
course,
you're
yeah.
told to tell a deliberate lie there so they can
Mhm.
then take that off the graph.
Yes,
That's
of
how it
course.
works.
Yeah,
So when Stephen
that's
Sayers
part and
passed
parcel.
not 1 but 2 lie detector tests, what did Paddy then come out and say the next morning? Bear in mind, they used the same guy that Paddy had used, the same
Yeah,
company, so he couldn't say, oh, corruption, they done a drugs test, he peed in a bloody jar while the camera was on
yeah,
him. He turned his
yeah,
back, but you could see he'd nothing down his pants. He gave a drugs test and he passed not 1 but 2. Now, so where's
yes,
all this evidence that the Sayers have grasped Paddy Conroy for
yes.
all these murders? He's never been
Because
mentioned. He's never been he's never even been cautioned. He's never been charged. He's never
I
been
know,
questioned over these murders.
I know, and the thing is, he always says his party pieces like, oh, how can it's because they were smoking weed, or it's because Brian can't go on apply detector test because he's got psychosis, or he's got his new one is I think he's accused saying he's got Crohn's disease, psychosis, something else, and it's like so he can't do a lie detector test. So blatantly, he's trying to put into people's heads, and these people that enable him and follow him and watch him and listen to all these delusions. And sorry, Anna, you included listening to him. Is like he's more or less planting this seed into people's heads to say, "Oh well, because they're on this seaside detector test won't be true." He's absolutely deluded. He says he's been and done lie detector tests. If he had, they would have been out there. He's done no lie detector tests because he knows he
No,
can't pass them.
he can't pass them. And if he's saying he's covered the Bring Cockerel attack and he passed it, he's a liar. He's an
Totally
out and
liar.
out liar. And I could put my hand in the Bible and say he's a liar.
Total lie. I mean, look what Cookie said. Cookie said, you were all coming unstuck in the house until Glover did what he had to do. And that is the truth. Do you know what I mean? They were coming unstuck because Brian must have been like a fight or flight situation. I've always done a run of them situations, but I suppose Brian's you get that mad strength, don't you, if you're fighting for your
Mm-hmm.
life? And
Yes.
and Brian was a big lad then. And like Cookie said, he was pulling the radiators off the wall, throwing them all over. And it was only because there was that much blood coming out of his head where he'd been hit with the hammer by Conroy, um, that he slipped on the floor, and that's where he was pinned down and the injury to his leg with a machete.
Yeah. Yes.
But I mean, them kids have been in touch with me who were in that house. I mean, he was 13 at the time, or 14, I think, and he said that he's never got over it. He spoke to me in depth about it. I know he's definitely willing to come on. The man who owned the house has told me. The man next door, an absolutely really respected man from Middlesbrough, who used to have one of the clubs, like the social clubs in the town. He's on Brian's channel, saying exactly what happened. And when Brian came out the house, it was one of the kids that actually was helping Brian to out the house, and the man said they didn't think he was actually going to make it. He had to just drop him off at the side entrance and get one of the porters who we knew to take Brian in. Obviously, they had to get away because they knew Brian wouldn't want police and stuff involved. But it was actually the police, an off-duty policeman, because that road that it happened on is one of the busiest roads in Middlesbrough. When you come through, I'll take you down that road, right? And there's cars constantly all day long, right? 'Cause it's the main road into Middlesbrough and out of Middlesbrough. And that happened on a main road, and an off-duty copper, or I think it could have been one of the coppers watching what was going, which
Yes.
Brian and them used to go at the house, had obviously seen them come out covered in the blood. And if that didn't happen, why was there one of their cars pulled up on the A19 and with blood all over them?
Exactly.
So do you know what I mean? How did that come about? It wasn't that the hospital had phoned the police when Brian went in, and off-duty policemen reported it, and they were caught on the A19 in a car, and obviously Brian's blood was all over.
Yeah.
And that's when Brian said, "Oh, we've been sparring and stuff." But and I just don't know if you can blatantly lie the way he blatantly lies. And I mean,
Well, he's getting away with it so far. Get happy, but at the end of the day, Anne's friendly with people. Let's went in and us for a long time, and I've not said nothing. So at the end of the day, everybody for their own. But again, I'll not be taking any part of any chasing any gay guy about the internet for any sort of pleasure.
Can I just say something to Cy Bennett?
Of course you can.
He said, is he saying it never happened in case he gets nicked for it again? Listen, Cy, he's trying to get people nicked left, right, and centre for things that haven't happened. Brian got him out of the prison where he was remanded with Brian's blood all over him, because at that time you had to consent to giving your blood and stuff when that happened, and Brian refused to. So Brian stood up in the court and said, "This man's my friend," and he got the blood by, we were sparring, and he popped my nose. So Brian got him off with it. It's him that's brought it all back up again, right? And brought the whole scenario back up. And Brian is on a video about a year and a half ago saying, "Paddy, why are you bringing all this up? I got you off with it, but this is what's happened." So he's bringing it all on himself, like he's trying to get everybody nicked, and he's getting that deranged because the things that he's accusing people of isn't true. The police know that it isn't true, because these people would have been nicked ages ago, right? And he's getting that deluded that he's actually just spouting all kinds about himself now, isn't he? He's just causing it all for himself.
Yeah.
With regards to Brian.
Yeah.
So
digging his own hole as he's been doing. But at the end of the day, that's what it is. Guys, I'm going to have to go because I've got a lot.
Right.
Chelsea's got something to say. It doesn't matter. It's your channel, John. She's allowed doxing on of your address and name calling and hers, not having a go on, but you can do what you want. Yeah, exactly.
Different breed, thank you. Different breed seems a nice person. Thank you.
Different breed, yeah, mate. Spot on. That's Carol Walker. He's the real fighting Irish on Instagram.
Oh, Carl.
Yeah.
I've been looking. Right, Carl, I've been looking for you for ages. I seen you on John's there when I first came on. And
I've been for 5, Carol.
I've been looking for him under his own name, because we were chatting before. Yeah, if I can try and get John's details, because we'd love to have him on. That'd be lovely if you'd arrange that, John.
You should have said, yeah, that's Carl Walker, mate. That's
so now
we did a wee interview with him a couple of months ago, maybe 4 months ago or something.
We're going to talk about his granddad and stuff. It sounded so interesting. But yeah, Carl, if you can get in touch with us, that'll be wonderful.
You want to jump on for 5, Carol, before Oh, let's see. He'll probably jump on. His phone battery died there.
Yeah.
His phone battery died. So Decca's the Simon from the Backyard Brawls has walked away from it. The guy got a phone call last night, or him and his wife got a phone call to say if he went on to the humble dryer, he was going to get macheted. Yeah. So, yeah. But I don't know. I think his wife, I don't know, she works at a school now, so I don't know if she's went to the police. But quite right if she has as well. And if anybody's been messaging these kids' profiles, again, go to the police with it. I urge anybody that's messaging any of your kids, go to the police with it. And then get to the back, get the channel ID. Make sure you always go to the about and get the channel ID at all times. You need to get. Oh, here's Carol coming.
Hi, Carl.
On, buddy.
Hi, guys. You all right?
Are you okay? Yeah, I've been looking for you. Yeah, I've been looking.
The best way to get me is through Instagram, Emma. It's Carl Walker Fighting Irish.
Right,
I'll send the link.
John will send you the link. He's got me on Instagram too, love. It's Carl Walker Fighting Irish. Get it off John, and that's the best way to contact me because I'm no good at this YouTube and stuff. To be honest with you, I haven't a clue how to do it. Just John just sends me the link, and I just click the link, and that's me on. So
that's what Brian's like too.
Apart from commenting and speaking when I'm on, I don't know how to do anything else. Put up the odd video, but that's about it.
Yeah, Brian's like that, isn't he, John? He always leaves the lives on this stuff.
Just when the live was finished, I'm like, I'll be. Sometimes you come off, you kick the table or something, kick your big toe off the bottom of the page. You fucking bastard, the live's still running.
I'm the same. That's what I think I've done that early on myself, mate. But listen, I see you were see all that there other shit about other guy. Don't take no acknowledge of that there idiot because he's just a clown. You and Brian and yourself, John. There's all the rest of the guys on YouTube. People know who the real ones are, who the nice people are, who the genuine people are, who the real people are, and we all love you for who you are. And we all just look at them now like pieces of shit because all you are just in here to stir shit, cause trouble. But John's here. John's here to out them all, and that's what he's doing. He's spitting out the truths, and the truth hurts, and that's why people are. That's why they're eating themselves alive because they're finally hearing the truth from people. But
Carol, I'm even getting the truth for some people, and that's what they've asked me to get, and then they don't want to hear it. It's fucking brutal.
Exactly, mate. Yeah, the truth hurts. At the end of the day, for example only, you're in a relationship and you do something you do something and your partner doesn't like it, and you know personally it's wrong, and she tells you it's wrong, and it's true because it's true. You don't like it, the fact that it's true because it's wrong and it's true. So you take offense to it because you know it's truthful. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's a prime example of what the truth hurts. So if you're down if you're doing something wrong in a relationship and your missus tells you or your partner tells you that's wrong, buck up your ideas, and you know it's wrong, your hairs go up on your back and you get a bit awkward because you know it's true. You know what I mean? And that's what you're doing. You're outing all these guys, and their hairs are going up on their back, and they're putting up the shields because the truth hurts and it's killing them, so they're fighting back.
But Carol, see, at the end of the day, mate, I'm only out on ones like your Deckers and folk that's been super
100%.
grasses and try to call innocent people super grasses. I'm out in age. People that's got allegations of underagers and all that shit. You know, it's not like I'm going after just fucking anybody just for the sake of it.
Mate, you're going after the people who deserve it, mate, and people who no one would ever know all this about these people unless it was for you, mate. To be honest with you, and that's true.
Yeah, people need awareness, don't they?
It's been a team effort, though. Honestly, I've never taken it off. Yeah,
of course.